Hello everyone and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Monday, December 11th, 2017. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And I really hope that the show is working okay, because...
Yo, the show is all weird now.
Why is it all weird?
I'm sorry, I have a cough. I clicked it open, and it instead of opening in this little, like, box that it normally would open in, it opened into this, into the fucking page itself.
Mine normally opens into an actual page.
See, mine doesn't. Mine opens up into this little box.
Into, like, a little pop-up?
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the way it works. Hopefully this doesn't fucking annoy me. So.
I hope not. Maybe it'll work better than it did before in terms of you being able to see the chat.
I mean, now I can see the chat.
Oh, God damn it, I'm pretty sure...
I could see the chat before. The problem is it's just new. I'm not used to it yet.
I'm really tired of Skype, like, deciding how loud it wants to be. I realize that you're, like, way louder than me all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a big fat jerk. Anyway, yeah, well, I mean, good luck. The reason I said that I was hoping the show was working is because I wasn't actually signed into Facebook, and last time that happened... the show...
I didn't realize I wasn't holding this.
No.
Man, I shouldn't have taken 2 shots. I should have only taken 1.
The last the last time that I wasn't signed into Facebook when I tried to launch the show crashed almost immediately. So I'm glad it's still alive.
No, congrats, it's working.
Yeah. Quick reminder, everybody, this Thursday...
It's working!
This Thursday...
It's working!
...is going to be episode 400.
Now this is podcasting.
And on that... God, Jesus, Nathan. But,
No, his name was Anakin.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
they're pretty much the same thing, really.
Oh, man. Like... That was like...
He's literally just Space Jesus / Hitler.
That was like 3 great references in a row. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, this Thursday is episode 400. We are doing a Q&A, an AMA, Ask Me Anything, whatever you want to call it. Please.
QMA, AMA, BBQ, LGBTQ. Let's do this.
OMG, WTF, BBQ. In any case, if you would like to submit your...
Double BBQ, that's what's up.
Duh, gotta get the barbecue, dude. You're hungry,
dude,
and I like
slather
food.
it everywhere. I'm always hungry.
Exactly, see?
I have French fries in the fridge, and that's gonna be my dinner tonight. French fries and a baked potato.
If you would like to submit your questions to that, just send them really wherever. I mean, if you're listening to the show, you could probably figure out where it is. Any form of social media, just look up iReadit, email it to us, feedback.ireadit@gmail.com, call and leave us a voicemail. And to, hang on, I need to pull up the Google Voice real quick, because we actually had someone send something into...
We have a fucking voicemail?
No. To somebody, I would like to let you know that the Chili's in Somerset, they got your reservation for 6 p.m.
Did they?
Yeah, that's what this says. I don't know if
Oh.
Yep, that's what...
Well, that's good to know.
Dude, like, having this... I don't know whose number this used to be that is on our Google Voice... But, like, I've gotten calls before of, like, your CVS pharmacy pickup is ready to go. And I'm like, thanks. Where? And they're like, oh, this is the Walgreens over at friggin' the corner of such and such in Connecticut. And I'm like, oh, well, got the wrong number.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the wrong number calls all the fucking time on my actual phone.
Good job.
But that's just because it's a bunch of... It's, like, the same number for, like, 5 times in a row, and the last 2 digits are different.
Wait, Facebook will tell you who's watching at the same time?
Yeah.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
I can see when someone joins, but I can't see who is actively watching.
It says watching now right there.
Where?
On mine, it does.
Not on mine.
It says right now, watching now. My mom, I'm always my mom. My mom's my biggest fan. It's awesome. Mick, Joseph McLaughlin, I love Mick, by the way. I goddamn miss you. Davina and Tim, which is great because we haven't had our doctor in a while, and I miss you, Tim.
Where is this? Make the page bigger? Nope. That doesn't exist for me.
Yeah.
I just see that there are 6 people.
And then there's
live.
like a blue link for watching now. Those are the only ones that are watching now, apparently.
What if
It says there's 5 of them watching, but it says live 6. So I don't know. Maybe it counts you, but it doesn't show you up on the thing.
Maybe because I'm the host, it doesn't show me. I don't even.
Oh man, none of my chat's loading on my main one. That's cool. Oh my god, I love Facebook. Facebook is fantastic.
Facebook is just the best. While we look at our empty YouTube chat, that's fine. People occasionally just randomly drop into it, which is neat. In any case, hey Nathan, how was your weekend?
My weekend was all right. Played D&D. It was pretty fun. And then I did a whole lot of catching up on Vikings. I'm almost done with season 4. I'm like 2 episodes away from ending it. And oh my god, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, Joe, that's what mine says too. It just says that it is live and the number of people watching, but I have no way to see.
I have it on a different one open. And that different one allows me to click open who's watching now. Now it says Matthew Whiting's watching now, which is cool. Hey, Matthew.
Like, I see, I got a chat that said that Matthew Whiting joined. The secrets of Facebook.
I guess it's only people I know because it says 8 people are watching, but it only shows like 6 or... Now it shows 7. No, 6. Fuck, I don't even know. My uncle's watching, but it doesn't show him in the open watching now thing. It's fucking confusing. I hate Facebook. Facebook, you need to fix your shit. Like, goddamn.
Why do we all see different things?
I don't know.
In any case, Tim, in case you didn't catch it right at the beginning, and I'm sure you have good stuff to throw in there, we're doing an AMA on Thursday. Throw questions at us, and we'll add it to the spreadsheet.
Yeah, we've already got, 40-something? 44?
46, I want to say, something
We're
like
going to
that.
have to be fucking brief on some of these fucking questions.
I mean, some of them are literally, yes or no questions, so...
Oh, dude, you don't know how much I can talk about a yes or no question.
Cool. One other thing, now that we've already just ate through a bunch of time of discussing, look, Facebook Live is stupid.
It's already been 10 minutes.
I fucking know. We're only doing 5 news topics today, which is probably good since we're doing real good at the tangents right now.
I forgot we were only doing 5. I was about to freak out.
And the reason for that is news this morning was extremely slow, and I make the notes in the morning. There's been a couple more things, but they're going to end up being news tomorrow, so don't worry, they won't be missed. And that's mostly because it's the holidays. A lot of news stuff really slows down over the holidays, so... AMA means Ask Me Anything, Q&A, questions and answers, however you want to refer to it.
It used to be called Q&As, but now they're AMAs because Reddit apparently.
Yeah. Tim says, against medical advice? Well, I mean...
listening to us is probably against medical advice.
We have never once claimed to give medical advice or said
we are not like Dr. Oz.
We are not qualified in any field.
What are you talking about? I've played at least 3 or 4 trauma centers, and I have done Operation Without Touching the Edges at least once all the way through.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Should we actually do some news?
No, we're going to go on tangents.
Maybe.
This is the new show. Welcome, guys.
Oh, damn it. Saudi Arabia... Oh, wait, hang on. Button.
5.
Oh, fuck today, man. Saudi Arabia lifts 35-year ban on cinemas, movie theaters to open in March.
Yo, Saudi Arabia apparently lifts. This was submitted by Johnny W94 to our movies.
It's a pun.
You terrible, terrible person. I caught it, and you suck.
Yeah.
I didn't know that cinemas were banned in Saudi Arabia and have been.
Neither did I.
For over 30 years. I'm impressed.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, I guess
how do you go without movies for 35 years?
I guess I should change that to say they were
I love
oppressed.
Movies too much.
Yeah, they were oppressed. And anyway,
oppressed?
Yeah, it's an oppressive regime.
And now they're going to be impressed by all the kind of new movies that are about to hit their market.
Well, and this is all because of that damn progressive prince of theirs, Mohammed bin Salman.
Damn, bin Solomon, you the fucking jam.
He's like, you know what? We should have movies again. Girls should be allowed to drive. You shouldn't need to have a guardian. I think we should have movies around too. And basically, he's even made a statement of we should really try and advance ourselves to be more like London and New York. And everyone's like, oh, all right, cool, good job.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
So the first movie theaters are expected to be opened in March.
Tim asks, why were they banned?
Why were they banned? I remember reading it. It's about censorship of trying to, the original reason they were banned is because the clerics at the time, back in the early 80s, wanted them to be banned. Basically so they could
were like, movies, whoa, lo, lo.
Well, I mean, it shows other culture and outside influence, and that can change how people inside your country feel and think, and that's bad. That's
fair. They're just trying to control what their people feel and think.
The question was raised of, will they be censoring movies? And the General Entertainment Authority said that they want to create entertainment that will be 99% of what is available everywhere else. So basically a lot like what's already in America. There's some things that they're just not going to put in theaters, but otherwise it's, anyone's game.
That's good. I'm glad that they're fucking moving forward like this because, you know what? I think cinema is one of the most important things in modern society.
And it means we can quit criticizing them and turn our gaze onto other things that matter. Rather than being like, damn, Saudi Arabia, why are you so oppressive? And be like, all right, good job, you modernized. Okay, who's next? Who are we going to complain and give stink eye at next? Russia.
Wow.
What? Yeah.
Russia's all right people.
Yeah, they're all right. Just their government. Most
governments. The people are all right. The government's
questionable.
At best.
4.
16 of Trump's accusers to demand congressional investigation on Monday.
This is submitted by Fitbit Nitwit to Our Politics.
Well, I mean, the Me Too movement is in full swing. The Silence Breakers got Times People of the Year, and there have been so many people that have came forth with sexual allegations against President of the United States, Donald Trump, and they're like, why is he still getting a pass? I mean, we just had one of our senators, resign from his position over sexual harassment allegations. This one should be addressed as well, regardless of whether he's president or not.
Absolutely. I agree. 100%.
Which, I mean, the problem is that, so, like, with a lot of the other people, especially, like, in the movie industry in regards to the Me Too movement being able to bring them down, it's about association. Like, the movie industry, like production companies or agent companies, don't want to be associated with those people. So instead of actually being able to bring some sort of legal case against them, you just present the facts to the people that are above them, that control their job and their money, and say, hey, these are the people that you keep on giving money to, and they go, we don't want to be affiliated with that, and they push it away. That's much harder to do with the president. Like, there's no one above him.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to when you're the top of your branch, Yeah. I guess you have to get like both of the other branches together to oust him.
Well, I mean, they could impeach him, but there's already people trying to do that anyway to very little success. So I don't know. Like, it's good that it shouldn't be ignored, but at the same time, I'm not sure what you do.
You address it head on, and you tackle it. You have to.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really do hope that something comes of it because, yeah, like he's not a great person.
Yeah. No.
So
I'll agree.
Either way, we'll see what happens from it. I mean, they have came out already in this call for an investigation, but that just happened like 3 hours ago, so we don't there won't be an immediate news on it until Congress actually does or doesn't do anything. So
I mean, hopefully we'll hear about it.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah.
3.
Vladimir Putin orders withdrawal of Russian troops from Syria.
This is submitted by Johnny W94 to Our World News.
Speaking of Russia, so
they're rushing out of there.
It's a pun.
Anyway, in his first actual visit to Syria, President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, both announced his run for re-election in 2018, surprise, surprise, and also announced that they would be withdrawing the majority of their forces out of Syria, saying that they have defeated ISIS and that if any terrorists had the gall to raise their heads again, that they would be immediately crushed.
So, are they going to immediately withdraw their troops, or do you think they're just stalling?
My God.
It's a pun.
You terrible human being. Terrible human being. Oh my God. So they're not going to be they're going to be immediately withdrawing the majority of them. They are going to be retaining an air base and a naval base there. But otherwise the rest of it is all going to be pulled out.
Okay, so real quick, I have to address something in the chat.
Okay.
Joseph says, I mean, like, where were all these allegations when he wasn't president? I mean, he was still in the spotlight media. The allegations were absolutely still there. He was to be in court on those allegations.
Yeah, he was subject to some of them when he was running, and then they were just kind of like pushed aside for the time being when he became president. Also, like that's another thing that people have been saying over and over and over and over again in regards to a lot of these cases. And the reason that so many people are coming out now is because they have a collective voice and people are actually giving those voices some level of weight, some level of credit. Because before, even like just 5 to 10 years ago, if you came out with sexual allegations against somebody, they were immediately dismissed. Like, the victim became the bad guy for coming out and saying something bad about somebody else. Like, it was such a victim blame situation all the time. You were the one that were put down. You were the one that were crushed for trying to make these allegations against someone else, especially if it was someone that had any level of clout or importance in whatever their industry was. So, I mean, that's the, like, they came, like, there was a couple that came out before, but they either just got immediately pushed aside or they were bought off.
Yeah, there were definitely settlements.
So it's different now is why.
The world is a different place in the single year that it's happened and is constantly evolving.
Good.
What was once okay is no longer okay. Once just quieted and shoved under the counter is no longer.
2.
Venezuela opposition banned from election.
This was submitted by Nick Vids 1313 to Our World News.
I'm kind of torn on this one. So, Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro said that the country's main opposition parties are banned from taking place in the next year's presidential election.
How are you torn on this? That sounds...
Here's why, though, okay? He's not just banning them because he doesn't want the opposition. The opposition, these opposing parties, refuse to take place in the mayoral elections this year. Okay?
Okay.
They boycotted the vote. They boycotted the entire election process on the basis that the entire election process was rigged and it was corrupt. Okay? Which, whether there is credibility in that or not, if you do not participate in the election, do not expect to then participate in the next one. Like that, and like it's where.
So you have to be participating in every single election in order to be in the main election?
Yes, actually, for the most part, you do. Like,
okay.
Like, a party is a party based on their involvement with the political system. If you refuse to be part of that political system, don't expect that system to recognize you. Now, I'm not saying there aren't problems in Venezuela, because there are, and there have been riots going on in Venezuela for months. But I don't know if boycotting the vote was the right choice, especially because you're just allowing a corrupt system to remain corrupt and not trying to influence it in any way. So,
yeah, a strike is not going to help you.
Well, like, strikes and riots and well, maybe not riots, but strikes and protests and stuff like that are one thing, but not being part of the system that you're opposed to just means that that system gets to continue running.
Yeah, you're not damaging it in any way,
So,
being not a part of it.
Like, people are in an uproar about, look how corrupt this government is. I'm like, well, those parties didn't try to do anything to stop it. And it's like, sure, maybe it was rigged, maybe it's corrupt, and like most governments are corrupt, and I don't know about the rig situation side of things, but there is, like, doing nothing is not going to cause results. Especially because in this regard, all you did was let them stay in power. It's not like boycotting a movie or something where you're actually taking money away from them. No, they still got the votes, they still won. Like, they're still sitting in those seats. Like, the party that Maduro is from took like they took 300 of 335 mayoral races across the country.
That's because they were playing the game while like half of the country wasn't.
Exactly. Like, you're not going to win if you don't play. So, I don't know how I feel on this, because it's like, well, you didn't show up, so you don't get to run the race.
It's just going to just going to escalate, and it's going to get violent.
It's already gotten violent several times.
It's going to get more violent.
I mean, there have been several state buildings across the country that have been burned down, and we've even talked about the controversy around 2 of them.
Yeah, I remember that helicopter guy dropping
grenades. Yeah,
yeah,
so
that was crazy.
I mean, it's a rough situation.
He was a fucking movie star too for Venezuelan movies.
Yeah, so it's a rough situation. I'm not sure but not participating in politics when you are upset about politics will not solve the problem.
Does not help. No getting involved. That definitely helps.
Explosion at Manhatten bus terminal.
This was submitted by Wicked Player 494 to our news.
So, a man, after an attempted terror attack in New York City in one of the subways, he tried to detonate an improvised explosive device that was strapped to his body. He did succeed in blowing it up, but fortunately it was not a very good explosive device, to the point that it didn't even kill him, and it only very minorly injured 4 people that were near him when he tried to activate the device.
Wow, this is a really shitty device. Well, I mean,
that's good.
yeah, that's good.
Because anything more successful would have been devastating, especially considering it was early in the morning, approximately 7:20 this morning, Monday morning on December 11th. So subway had a lot of people in it. It would have caused extreme damage.
Oh, yeah, that's really good that it didn't. That is more or less a dud.
So, yeah. Now, if you're curious who the terrorist is, one, he has survived. He had severe burns and severe lacerations, but none of them are life-threatening, which means that he gets to go into custody and answer some questions. Otherwise, he is a 27-year-old man from Bangladesh. He has been in this country for 7 years on a family visa, so he had family here, and that's what allowed him to stay here for quite some time. In terms of the motive, there have been some statements that have been put out, but none of them actually have enough credibility that they are something that there's any hard actual, like, yes, this is what it's from. But there is no denying that he attempted to kill a lot of people, and that he can be designated as a terrorist regardless of where he is from or his intent or his motivations behind it. So, be thankful that the people that were nearest to him only got out with some headaches and some ringing ears. A little bit of tinnitus never hurt anybody, right?
I mean, I've watched a lot of Archer, but I'm pretty sure tinnitus is still pretty bad for you.
It's pretty bad for you, but I think almost all of us have it at this point because of how we listen to music.
Yeah. Like, at least a mild form of tinnitus.
Yup. Hey, Nathan.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
What'd you care about in the last 72 hours?
I started playing Diablo 3 again.
Really?
Yeah, but I feel like Diablo 3 is not fun on computer, but it is absolutely fun on, like, PlayStation in a room with, like, 2 or 3 other people.
What designates the difference?
I feel that among that style of game, okay, Diablo falls more in line with Gauntlet than with Path of Exile.
Sure, I can agree with that, and I love Gauntlet.
Yeah, I absolutely love Gauntlet, too. I've spent hours. My Barbarian was the fucking jam.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy is probably still one of my favorite games of, like, all time.
I wish I still had the Gauntlet cartridge. Damn. Anyways, but I was playing a bunch of Diablo 3, and it feels like just a slightly better version of the recent Gauntlet. And we started off, Bryce has the Necromancer and everything, so we started off, we were like, it'll be fucking hilarious if we do a team of all people who summon just pets. And then we were thinking about it, we were like, fuck it, let's all just do Necromancers. So we were running, and we got, like, a whole group of people from level 1 to 70 in like, a day, fucking playing Necromancers, running through, like, rifts and everything.
Sounds extremely fun.
And then we're like, fuck it, let's restart. And now I'm going through with my favorite fucking class in that game, besides Witch Doctor, because Witch Doctor is, like, astounding, is Barbarian. And Barbarian is just a lot of fun. Though I think the Crusader's technically better.
Tim is pulling on my memory banks here. Me and him dumped a lot of time in the middle school age to a game called Champions Return to Arms.
Yeah, Champions!
That game was so much fun. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Although unfortunately it was super buggy, but we didn't care.
You know what else was a lot of fun that a lot of people don't give a lot of credit to?
What's that?
There was one that was for Lord of the Rings. Oh, fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Battle in the North or something like that. But it was very, very similar, and a lot of people shit on it, but it was a lot of fun in my opinion.
The thing I cared about in the last 72 hours is this incredible-looking film. It's called Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, it's been in the making for like 10 years by James Cameron, and it's based off of a like 1990s, early 90s anime / manga.
Is it? I thought it was just a manga. I don't think it actually.
No,
has
I'm pretty sure it came out as an anime too.
Oh well, either way, this movie looks awesome. It looks really cool. It has a video game. It does not have a anime though. It has. It has an OVA. Yeah. In any case,
which is how fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure first came out, and I think they did a small OVA for season 1 and 2, and then and they were like clumped together as one OVA, and then they did like a long one for fucking Stardust Crusaders, because Stardust Crusaders is like the fucking story for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but it's bullshit because I tell you, goddamn Battle Tendency is the best fucking season out of all JoJo Bizarre Adventure seasons.
In any case, go watch the trailer to Alita Battle Angel. Now, the main character, Alita, is completely CGI, and she has, like, really big eyes because they tried really hard to make her look like the character from the manga. And
like, let's go hard on it.
And some people are like, "Oh, it's super Uncanny Valley." I don't feel like it is. Like, I think it looks just fine. But I'm pretty excited about this film. It looks really cool. I have not read the original manga or watched the OVA, but the trailer alone made me super hyped for this movie.
So, I've read one book of the series, and I will tell you what I had witnessed in that book. I had witnessed a robot run around an entire village, and in the walls of all of the huts of that village, he fucked holes into them.
Okay.
And then I watched a person, and there's like a 3v3 battle arena, and one of the peoples on the team shot at another person, and that person, it missed that person, and then it weaved through like 2 other people fighting, and then it finally got crushed between 2 fists coming at each other from 2 other people fighting.
I need to see this then.
Flattened like a goddamn pancake.
That sounds incredible.
So, my dick's kind of hard.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. James Cameron is an awesome guy. He's made a lot of really good films. Robert Rodriguez also has made a lot of really good stuff.
Really? What has Robert Rodriguez made ever?
Are you being facetious right now?
Yeah, I was actually kind of testing you because you're kind of bad with movies.
You are so not wrong, sir. You are quite correct that I am terrible with movies. Let's see. I know that he made. What is it? Machete? Machete.
Machete.
He's also made the Spy Kids movies.
Yeah.
Shit. There was more.
There was more.
Nathan, help.
There's a Grindhouse film.
He also made Death Proof, right? Right?
No, that was Quentin Tarantino.
Oh.
He did Planet Terror, which is the zombie film where the lady gets her leg cut off and she attaches a M16 to it.
That's also great. Oh, wait, no, he also made Sin City.
Yeah, he did.
And that's as far as I'm going to get.
It's all right. He also has a television channel. It is called the El Rey Network. And it is, or I fucked that up, El Rey Network. And it is fantastic because it shows old fucking horror movies in addition to Spanish television, in addition to lucha.
Either way, I am excited. Movie looks real good.
Lucha.
Trailer looks real good. It's got 2 really good people working on it. I'm ready. Also, I found it interesting that when I went looking into this movie, that one of the most successful films of all time, Avatar, which was made by James Cameron, with
was a fucking test for it.
Was a test because he wanted to make this movie.
He's like, yo, I want to make Battle Angel Alita.
but I don't know if we have the technology for it yet. I'm gonna make a different movie to see if I can make what I want
Yo,
happen.
I'm gonna make Pocahontas, and it's gonna be great.
I'm gonna make Dances with Wolves. It's gonna and I'm gonna make.
You can tell he didn't take a lot of time on it because of the name Unobtainium. Like, come on.
At the same time, the movie made like $3 billion.
And oh god, it's fucking disgusting.
It was literally like a
friggin'
friggin' college experiment that resulted in $3 billion. And went, cool, it
Yo,
worked. All right.
You know what else was a college experiment that ended up making quite a decent chunk of change eventually?
What's that?
The Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Was originally a college film called The Cabin Within the Woods, about a cabin that was built on top of Indian burial grounds, and it drove people insane, and they made each other kill each other, and like Ash was the one that killed all of them. And then when he got a small enough budget, he made The Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell and some other no names, and in that one Ash was the sole survivor, and it was from that point on it just. He went to remake The Evil Dead and made The Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. It was pretty much just a remake of the first one.
All right. Well, let's go and get out of here. That's it, everybody. Like we said, shorter show today. So we're going to go ahead and head out of here. Please submit those questions for that AMA, the Q&A on Thursday, wherever you like, whether it's in the comments of wherever you're watching this, if you're listening to this.
Zach knows all of them. Mariachi, Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Fuck. He's got all the Antonio Banderas movies.
And if you've downloaded this on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play, then you can either find us on social media, iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, iReadit.
Maybe Zach knows. Was From Dusk Till Dawn Robert Rodriguez, and did it feature Quentin Tarantino, or was it Quentin Tarantino and also featured Quentin Tarantino?
I don't know. I can find out.
Because I know he loves shoving himself in movies all the time.
It was directed by Robert Rodriguez and written by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, okay. So both of them.
There you go.
They love each other, dude.
In any case, submit those questions, and we will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Alaska time on Facebook and YouTube. That is it, everybody. That is your 397th dose of the Internet. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And please remember, everybody,
Don't get eliminated!
have a good day, everyone.
Bye.